Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to crochet this super quick, easy poppy flower. It's very, very easy to do. I mean, super, super easy. So let me go ahead and give you a measurement of it. If I can find my tape measure. Sorry, I dropped it. So this particular poppy is approximately 4 inches across. Now it's 6 rounds, and I do mention in the video that if you wanted to leave it 5 to make it a little bit smaller, it still made a really nice looking poppy. But I did add the extra 6th round. I thought it made it look, so it looked good either way. But I just went ahead and did the 6th round. You can do the, use this for many things. Put a magnet on it. You could put a safety pin on the back, which I will probably do, and give it to some people. For Veterans Day or whatnot. Or you can use this poppy for any time that you'd like. Sew it on as an applique to anything that you have, bags, whatever that you're making, whatever you want to do with it. It's a poppy. Tons, I got lots of flowers on my channel, so I do have another poppy, an older video. I actually think that this one's better than that one. So, like I said, it's super easy. You just need to know how to single and double, and that's it. So, why don't we go ahead and get started? I particularly wish I would have had a brighter red, but I did not, so I had to use what I had. So I'll show you the yarn that I use. You don't have to use the yarn that I use. But now that black yarn that you see, it's actually Mary Maxim Mellow Spun. It's a DK weight. So I'm using a 3-weight yarn for this poppy. So any 3-weight yarn will be fine. But of course I use black for the center. And then the red, which is the only red that I have actually, is a 3-weight as well. It's Loops and Threads wool blend. So the little black is acrylic, and the red is acrylic wool blend. So, but they're both 3-weights. So the poppy is made with 3-weight yarn. Like I said, I think it's a really pretty poppy. I don't know. I like the red. I probably would have made it in a brighter red had I had it, but I didn't. But I think this works out okay. And I am going to be using a smaller hook than I normally use. I'm going to be using a G, which is a 4mm, or sometimes a G is a 4.25. So whichever your G says, either one of those will work. Now, if you see me having a little bit of difficulty, it's because I don't work with small hooks like this, nor I don't generally am not very good with 3-weight yarns. I do have arthritis in my fingers here, so it's harder for me. But I still achieved it, and it looks pretty cool. Let's do it, okay? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with the slip knot on our hook. Alright. Now you can use the magic circle here if you prefer. I don't. So I'm going to work a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to slip stitch back into the very first stitch to form a ring that we can work into. Okay, so I always take my middle finger, or my fingernail, I guess, since it's so long at the moment, and slip stitch, and then that middle finger there will keep that ring open so I can work into it. Now I am going to chain 1. Now that chain 1's not going to count as a stitch, all right? It's not going to count as anything. Now I'm going to go back into the center of the ring, and I'm going to work 6 single crochets through the center of the ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 6. Now I'm going to slip stitch, pull that center, your tail there. It should close up that center circle a little bit. If not, we'll close it up later when we sew. But now you want to slip stitch into the very first single crochet. Now I always count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because sometimes that chain 1 can act as because it can look like a single crochet. So there we go. We're going to end round 1 with a slip stitch into the first single crochet, and you should have 6 stitches. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 again, which does not count as a stitch. And we're going to go right back into, I'm sorry about this. This is the last, the last round with this dark yarn. we're going to go right back into this very first stitch here that we slip stitched into, and we're going to put 2 single crochets into that, like that. And then we're going to work around. We're going to put 2 single crochets in each of the 6 stitches that we just did on round 1. So round 2 is just 2 single crochets in every stitch until you make it back to your starting point. All right, and you should have 12 single crochets now. And go ahead and end by slip stitching into your first one. And now I'm going to change my yarn color here. So I'm going to slip stitch there, and I'm going to tie this, clip this yarn collar off, and I'm going to switch colors real quick. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my red color, and you can start in any stitch that you want. And this will be round 3. What I'm going to do is pull through any stitch, and then I am going to chain 1, and I'm going to go back into that same stitch, and I'm going to work 2 single crochets, so that chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. So go back into that same stitch that you just started into and work 2 single crochets. So this is round 3, and we're going to work 2 single crochets in every stitch around. So round 3 is the same as round 2. We're just working 2 single crochets into every single crochet until we make it back around to our starting point. Just like that. So I'm going to continue 2 singles in each stitch, and I'll meet back up with you here at the beginning. Alright, so we've come to the end of round 3. And you should have a total of 24 stitches. So I'm going to use a stitch marker here. I'm not going to end my rounds with slip stitches. So I'm going to put a stitch piece of yarn here for my stitch marker. And I'm going to jump over to the first single crochet, and I'm going to single crochet into it. And this is going to start the repeat of round 4. So 1 single crochet. And then we're going to put 2 double crochets in each of the next 4 stitches. So the next one, we're going to put 2 doubles into it. So there's 1 and 2. We need to do that 4 times. So that was 2 doubles in that one. And the next one, 2 doubles. So that's 2 times we did that. The next one, 2 doubles, so that's 3 times, and then one more time, 2 doubles. So that was 4 stitches that we put 2 doubles in, and then we are going to put a single crochet into the next stitch, and that will end the repeat. So we will repeat it again, starting with this first single crochet that we did. So we ended in a single crochet and we started in a single crochet. So again, we're going to start in a single crochet. So the next stitch will be a single crochet, and then we're going to do our 2 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So 2 double crochets into the next. So there's 1, and there's 2, and then 2 double crochets, and the next is 1 and 2, 2 double crochets in the next, 1 and 2, and one more time, 2 double crochets in the next. So that was 4 stitches that we put 2 double crochets in, and again we need to end this repeat with a single crochet, just like that. And then we will start the repeat again with a single crochet. So you actually have 2 single crochets that are like right next to each other. So again, single crochet into the next stitch, and then we put 2 doubles in each of the next 4 stitches. just like before. Let's see, one more time. That would be 4 times that I work 2 double crochets, and then I end it in a single crochet. And then we're going to repeat this one more time. So we start off with a single crochet, and then 2 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So it's 1, 2, that's 3, and here's 4, and you should have 1 stitch left before your stitch marker, and you can see it right here, and that would be a single crochet into that last stitch because we started with a single crochet, just like that. Now if you count all your stitches now, here at round 4, you should have a total of 40 stitches. So we'll go ahead and we'll start round 5, but we need to move our stitch marker up. It's kind of starting to look like something, isn't it? Kind of. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start round 5. We moved our marker up, and now we are going to single crochet into this starts the repeat, single crochet into the next stitch, which is the single crochet here from the previous row, like that. And now we're going to put 2 double crochets in each of the next 8 stitches. So the next 8 stitches will get 2 double crochets in each of them. So there's 2 in that one, 2 in the next one makes 2 stitches. Remember, we need to go over 8. 2 in the next is 3 stitches. 2 doubles in the next is 4 stitches. 2 doubles in the next is 5 stitches. 2 doubles in the next is 6 stitches. 2 doubles into the next is 7 stitches, and then 2 doubles into the next will be the 8 stitches that we need to put 2 double crochets in, and then we end the repeat with a single crochet into the next stitch, which you can see is a single crochet from the previous row. And that is what we're going to repeat all the way around. So it's very similar to the previous row, except for we're doing 2 double crochets in each of the next 8. In the last round we did it only in the next 4. So we'll start the repeat again by single crocheting into the next stitch, which is the single crochet right here from the previous row. And we work 2 double crochets in each of the next 8, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and then we start the repeat again by single crocheting into the next, 2 double crochet in the next 8, and we're just going to repeat that pattern all the way around until we get back to our stitch marker. Alright, so I'm coming to the end of round 5 here, and I just finished my 8 sets of 2 double crochet, and I have 1 stitch left, just like the previous row. And we're going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into it, not slip stitching, I'm sorry, single crocheting into it. So single crochet, and that will end round 5, and you'll have a total of 72 stitches. Now this is a pretty cute poppy the way it is right now. If you wanted to end it now, you know, to have a smaller poppy, you could just slip stitch it to the first single crochet, you know, and put a little pin on it, or, you know, to hang on your shirt or whatever. I'm going to go one more round. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stitch marker up. And I think we'll do round 6. So that was 72 stitches at the end of that round. Like I said, you can end it there if you want, because it's pretty adorable, and it's quite a nice size, you know, to pin to your shirt or something, you know, for Veterans Day. But we will go ahead, or for whatever you want to use it for. I'm going to do it a little bit bigger. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of start the repeat of row 6 here, and we're going to single crochet there into that single crochet from the previous row. So now the pattern is we're going to put 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and then 1 double into the next. And that's what we're going to repeat. 2 doubles into the next, and then 1 double into the next. 2 doubles in the next, and 1 double into the next. And we're going to keep repeating this all the way across this petal until we finished out our last double crochet from the previous row. We're going to keep repeating that until we get to these 2 single crochets here. See that? So again, I just did 1 double, so the next one will be 2 doubles into the next, and then 1 double into the next, 2 doubles into the next, and 1 double into the next, 2 doubles, and then 1 double. 2 doubles, and 1 double. 2 doubles. Now your last double crochet here before you get to your 2 single crochets should have 1 double in it. And then we're going to put a single crochet right here in the single crochet from the previous row. And then we're going to start again with the repeat that we just did. So we will single crochet into the next stitch, which is the single crochet from the previous row. And we'll start with 2 doubles into the next stitch, and then 1 double into the next, 2 doubles into the next stitch, and 1 double into the next. And we're going to repeat this pattern of 2 doubles, 1 double all the way across this petal until we get to these 2 single crochets here. And remember, this last double crochet that you do should have 1 double crochet into it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up real quick. Alright, so I've made it across the second petal, and I'm where my 2 single crochets are from the previous row. So I'm going to end that repeat by single crocheting into the next single crochet, and then I'm going to start the repeat again by single crocheting into the next single crochet. And I'm just going to repeat what we've been doing across the final 2 petals, and it's going to get really wavy on you. That's what it's supposed to do that. So go ahead and just repeat what we've been repeating all the way around till we get back to our stitch marker. Alright, so I've come back here to my stitch marker, and I did a one double crochet into this last double crochet, and I have 1 stitch left before the stitch marker, and I'm going to single crochet in it, and that will end around 6. and you should have a total of 104 stitches. Now I'm going to go ahead and end now by slip stitching into the first single crochet that our marker is in. So I'm just going to slip stitch into that and end this. So I'm going to pull that through. You can take that stitch marker out now. Alright, so like I said, it's going to look pretty wavy. I think it's super cute. But we'll go ahead and you want to hide any of these tails here. So I'm going to go ahead and hide this one on the back and show you how to close up that hole a little bit. Sorry if I appeared to have a little trouble during this tutorial. I am not used to working with yarns quite this thin, nor a hook that small. I generally don't do that. I have a hard time with it. So I'm just going to go work around the hole and sew it shut from the back side. And at the same time I'm showing it shut, I'm hiding the tail as well. So just go through a couple times. Pull it close. There you go. Now the center circle is closed, and I'm just going to go back in the opposite direction once to lock that tail in place. And I can clip that off, and then you just want to go ahead and hide this tail and then clip off any remaining tails that are hanging. Alright, there it is. I think it's super cute. You know, like I said though, you could leave that last round off if you wanted to make it smaller. You know, I think what I'm going to do, just to be nice this year, I think I'm going to make up some of these. I don't know. I'll probably leave them this size. I think they look good with that. They look good both sides, but I think that sixth row there really gave them a nice wave. I think what I'm going to do is put some safety pins on the back, and I think I'm going to make some and take them up to the people at my local bank, because they're always super nice and they'll wear them. They not a lot of people know about my YouTube channel where I live, but they all know about me up there, so I think I'll surprise them and bring them a poppy, and I know that they'll wear it on Veterans Day. There's not tons of, there's only like 6 people that work at my local bank, so it's not like I don't have to make a whole bunch. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do, and then maybe I'll make them or buy them some cookies as well. I really do like the people there. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but you could do whatever you want with it. You can put a magnet on it. You can sew it on, use it as an applique for whatever, you know, whatever you want. Refrigerator magnet, like I said, use a safety pin, wear it around. You can leave that last row off if you feel this is too big. Make a bunch, distribute them out, you know, to whoever. Whatever you want to do with this poppy, you know. You can use it for, put it on a bag, anything you want to do with it. You can use it any time of year. It's just a beautiful flower. I love poppies, and I hope you enjoy my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and where you can always show me if you make this poppy. I'd like to see yours. I wish I would have had a brighter red, like I said in the beginning, but this turned out okay, I think. So I'll see you guys on my next video. All right, take care. Bye, guys.